Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 2 between Mr. Ghosty and Stardic in the finals of the Steel Division Men of Steel tournament. Let's dive right in here to Orsha North. And on the left, in the red, we have Stardic playing Corpo Italiano Liberazione on Maverick Income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Mr. Ghosty playing 4th Fallschirmjäger on Maverick Income. Before diving into the decks, a quick word from the sponsor of this tournament, Race Design. If you own a business and you're looking to improve your web presence online, these guys are the ones for you. Unparalleled web success with their dedicated team to turbocharge your business online with their 4-in-1 design to harness the power of their elite team for a fraction of the cost. Make your presence known online and help propel your business to new heights. Race Design, go check them out. Thank you for sponsoring this Steel Division 2 tournament. Now, diving into the decks here, Stardic on the left, Corpo Italiano Liberazione, a solid allied division. I'd put it high B tier in that zone here. And again, these are always just kind of like guesstimates. For this map, though, very strong division. Why? Great infantry, enough to survive in the center, but a lot to fight close range. Your recon tab is massive. You get tons and tons of options here. Lots of good options as well. Snipers, armored cars, all kinds of infantry with Berettas and stuff. It's just a nice mix of stuff. Lots of good options here. Your infantry tab, this is obviously the reason you play this division, is this phenomenal infantry tab. The infantry are super strong. They are expensive, though. Not very cost efficient. They're very strong, but they are not cheap. Like everything you buy, you're paying for. There's not many units that are like way under the curve, like super good, but not that expensive. They're expensive and they're super good. So a tough division in terms of trading efficiently. Your tank tab, it's fine. It's Sherman 3s. It's nothing very exciting. Your support tab, also not phenomenal. Nothing at 2K. A couple of assault guns, some really bad machine guns. He's not even calling in any machine guns because they're just that bad. Your AT tab, solid. You get some. You only get one card of 17 pounders, which is rough. Wolverines, no APCR on those. You do get the 47 mil cannons, which are always fast firing and great. Your AA tab, a big weakness of this deck. It's not great. You just have 20 mils and a Crusader AA. Crusader AA is fine. It's solid, but the 20 mils are pretty bad. So this being your only stuff is really rough. Your Arty tab, pretty great with tons of light Italian artillery, super cheap, super fast firing. If you can get them in the radio range, they can be really, really good. And your air tab, the fantastic Commonwealth planes, always really strong in this tab. You get the Bowfighter, which is one of the best AT rocket planes in the game. Hopping over to 4th Fallschirmjäger, arguably the best division in the game, at least definitely up there, contender, top 3 at least, for that argument. Just has everything. There's really nothing this division can't do. Your recon tab, really strong with some really good armored cars and infantry. You get Beretta squads, you get snipers, you get autocannon cars, you even get a flak cannon truck. Your infantry tab, absolutely phenomenal. You get amazing Italian infantry, which are generally pretty good rate for what they do. And then you get super expensive Fallschirmjägers to absolutely wipe the floor with whatever if you're ready to call in a 40-point infantry unit. Then your tank tab is small, but it has a great mix of heavy tanks, and then you get some your Stug M42s, which fill the medium tank role relatively well. Your support tab, absolutely phenomenal with like 4 different 2K options, just tons of support tanks. Your AT tab, really good. You get the Gerlichs, which are just super overperforming with their Raider trait. You get Pack 40s, the usual, and then 47 mils. Your AA tab, not big, but it has 37 mil flak 43s, which is plenty. Your Arty tab, really strong radio mortars and the 172s, but it is an expensive Arty tab. And your air tab, really good with Italian planes. So a phenomenal division. We've seen it plenty of times. The match is underway. We see an early Spitfire here from Stardic, once again, utilizing that air recon. This one only 35 points, so still really fast. Much cheaper, of course. That's a weird, actually, now that I think about it, why is this one 35 points and the BF-109, which only goes 5 miles per hour faster and has lower agility, costs 65 points? That's a horrible inefficiency. That should not be like that. Why would this Spitfire cost way less? I mean, I guess the ME-109 has a gun, but it's like a machine gun. It's like not even an autocannon. So really weird. So this is going to be really tough for Stardic right off the bat. If you didn't see Game 1, go check it out. But I can tell you right now, a player like Mr. Ghosty playing a division like this is not a good thing. So Mr. Ghosty pushing hard with 4 SPWs. Infantry all coming in, but I don't think any of this infantry has AT. And there's no AT down here at all. Oh, good lord. Oh my. Oh my. Does this have AT? It has a Piat. Okay, so we have 1 Piat. That's it. Oh, and losing infantry in the transports in this division is just awful because they're so expensive. Smoke down. Try to keep that leader alive. The grenade does go off. Kills the Parachot to Ghosty. Parasalts, though. Beretta Blob. Very dangerous. Parasalt down here. Goes down, actually. Maros get caught out, though, before they can get into cover. 47 mil. Support gun. Ooh, I don't know. It's getting the first shots in the 7042, but there's a lot of other stuff to help it out. Along with this M42 on the hill. Eventually. Stardic had a 1410 for a moment holding these, but the loss of the Maros and stuff now collapses the center of his line. A bunch of these AP autocannon trucks here coming to counter the SPWs. I do just want to check these out quick. These little Italian tankettes is what they technically are. But these SPWs absolutely tearing through the infantry. Wow. Ghosty deployed nothing up north. This was really ballsy. Because if he loses this northern chunk, he loses 3 flags here. Like, that was really ballsy. And if Stardic takes advantage of it, it could really help him. But the center is completely collapsed here for Stardic. It's currently 16-8 for Mr. Ghosty. Not good for Stardic, to say the least. Phenomenal for Mr. Ghosty. Para, with their just short because it's 200 meters and not 250 meter range Piat, does not get a chance to get onto any of those SPWs. Parasalts versus Maros. Maros are going to win. Well, no, they're not. They're both in yellow cover. Now the Fallschirmjäger's there, so Maros will not win. And they're on the run now. Sherman moving to support. Our DT coming to the center to at least try to recapture this flag. Yeah, Stardic was... I mean... I don't know if... I mean, he had stuff in the center, just very little. 19-5. We're on a quadruple tick currently. It's not triple. It's actually quadruple. Sherman getting spotted out by that 47 mil, and these things are way deadlier than they should be. They fire so fast, they eventually find a penetration. 18-6 as Stardic tries to, like, claw his way back into this. SPW's falling back from the L335 blob. Sherman finally retargeting onto the 47. I mean, this 47 shouldn't be able to kill, but eventually it's going to pin this down. It's going to try to retreat, and it's going to turn side armor and die. That's how it's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what's going to happen here any moment. But now all the L335s go down to Panzerfaust and stuff. Stardic was too aggressive with them. The SPW is coming right back in. Not a moment of hesitation. Baltimore coming for the bombing strike on what? The SPWs? Oh, was going for the Fallschirmjägers, I guess? Oh no, there's nothing to stop them again. The Sherman 3 did sneak in, but they're gone. The SPWs are gone. Gone! All gone! No turkey hash. No turkey a la king. Anybody? Yeah, you all know it. Anyone who lives in America knows it. I don't know if Europe watches that movie. I doubt it. I feel like it's a very American movie. Maros would usually beat the Parasalts because they're bigger squad size, but with the help of the Guastatori, they won't. Staghounds now coming in to try to counter these SPWs. These have been an absolute disaster for Stardic. Now, the RDD should easily beat the Parachotudiste. Should not be any question who wins this. Stardic should really try to push up a teeny bit to capture this flag. He has grabbed this one, but he did not grab this one yet. Back to a 12-12 with a nice chunk of tickets here for Mr. Ghosty. SPW's falling back again. Wow, he's just not afraid to just all the way back and all the way forward again. He did grab this flag. Little cheeky grab here from Stardic, but a crap ton of infantry pouring in now. He has recaptured these 2 flags and mills now at 13-11. What a swing. My goodness. 57 coming in to kill that M42. It should be able to get... It should get the kill. I mean, these things fire 12 rounds a minute, so I would think this would have this kill. Gets a side shot. Should get another hit here, and it should finish it off. And it does. Nice kill there. 47 mil finally on the hill. Thought some sort of support weapon would have came here sooner. None of the SPWs have died. That's crazy, honestly. Sherman could probably move forward a little bit to cover off a little more ground, but its position is fine. Staghound now waiting for any crazy push, but none is coming, and Mr. Ghosty's finally trying to clean out the rest of this woods to capture that flag. Sherman did push forward. Flamer goes down. Morrow should be able to do a good bit, well, with the Sherman here. The Sherman should finish off these Fallschirmjägers very quickly. Yep. And down they go. Now, there needs to be some AT here to... Okay, there it is. That's the AT he needs. Oh, no, he's moving that over here. What? Why is he going there with it? He's already got an AT gun here. But now, Mr. Ghosty has gotten into this part of the town solidly. This RDD just standing out in the open. No, that's moving. Huge blob of infantry coming, though. And this flag is now lost. 14-10 for Mr. Ghosty, recapturing this one as well. Guastatori Paros coming in. Try to get back into this flag. They're going to have a hard time. Well, they could go just right here. He should be able to safely go there. I'm surprised he's not at least sending one Guastatori like here to try to capture this back. This feels like it'd be an easy... I know he doesn't know what's here, but there can only be so much. Like, that's really far forward. Sherman finding this 47 mil should be able to kill that pretty quick, I would think, while it's moving in the open. But you can see again the issue with Corpo. The infantry are just so expensive. Like, Stardic has... I mean, he's killed a fair number of infantry, but his are so expensive. Like, these Guastatori Paros are only 25 points, while his Guastatori Paros are 30. And it's just all these little inefficiencies. The Sherman's going to die to the Para Assault here, unless it backs up. Is it backing up the right way? It is backing up the right way. Para Assaults have a grenade, so that's even tougher for him. The unfortunate thing is that Sherman keeps changing targets, but he can't stop to manually target the Para Assault. Alright, Para Assault does get pinned down. And they're the only dangerous one. The Guastatori only have TNT. If he can get all these down to maximum suppression, he could actually surrender them on the chase back here. That would be huge. Oh, no, just kidding. They're in blue territory. You can't surrender anything. You can only surrender when you're in your territory. Just realized. Yeah, that's an unfortunate. Great play there by Stardic, but unfortunately a little bit flawed from the get-go. Morrow's take out the Para Assaults. 2 support guns in now. Did he clear this out yet? The worst unit possible moving in here to fight this Para Assault, but there's only one man. Wow, it's only one man holding this flag all this time. That's rough. Sniper and Staghound should be able to finish this 47 mil off, and they do successfully. Fortunately, because it's a recon, he still hasn't captured this flag back. Baltimore does get through for a bombing strike on these Parachatudisi. Another Baltimore in up north. We're into B phase right about now. Flak 43 here. Phenomenal AA piece. Baltimore does retreat in the right direction, though. Staghound finally here to try to stop the SPWs, but there's 2 SPWs. Gets a loader wounded crit. 1 SPW does go down, but that's it. That's all the AT here again. Oh my goodness. Why does Stardic refuse to call in like an M1 gun here or a Sherman or something? There, finally a Sherman. These Alpini Esporante are wonderful. Little fat sniper squad. Any sniper squad that's big is really good because it can survive and fight for a longer period of time. Wow, this RDD seeing this... wow, really? That line of sight, questionable. Extremely questionable. Pack 40, though, finding the Sherman. Sherman's going to go down here. It's going to be an unfortunate loss. Crew panic, though, might actually save this Sherman. You might end up saving the Sherman. Actually a lucky crit there for Stark, because I don't think he saw that. Alpini Esperante goes down to the SPW, which is just... these have just been phenomenal. We're now into B phase. Sherman does go down. It didn't get all the way away, unfortunately, for Stardic. Staghound goes down to a Stug M42 heat shell. We see 2 Tigers in on the hill. Those are the only 2 Tigers? No, he gets 3 of them. M42 gets hit by the M1 Sherman. I mean, the M1 and a cannon, whatever. It's a 57 mil cannon. It's the same AT gun, 6-pounder, whatever. Does take it out. So a nice kill there. This SPW, though, is just cleaning house. And now the Guastatori Pera trying to get away. Morrow trying to get away. Sherman misses its shot on the SPW. Oh, and Stardic's bad luck is returning. Finally, the SPW goes down. My goodness. And here comes the third Tiger. Mr. Ghosty spending his first ticks of B phase calling in 3 Tigers. Sherman goes down to the pack 40. That's rough. Pretty bad positioning there on Stardic's part. Could have put it here and still covered off the open without exposing it to the hill over here. These Tigers are going to be an issue. I mean, the only thing in the deck that can kill them are the Bowfighters and the 17-pounders. Sort of the Wolverines, but at range, very unlikely. So now the Tiger E going to dominate this area. Half-Track's going to die to the Tiger here. Yep. Oh, nope, actually missed. So there's no AT here. So these infantry are going to get in just fine. And now the Tiger's helping to cover off this hill. I do think the blue side of the map is marginally better than the red side. Orsha North being one of the fairest maps in the game, but it's still not perfect because like it's much easier for blue to rush this town at the beginning of the game. It's very tough for red to rush this town realistically. I think it's a little easier for blue to get back on this hill. You have the, you can easily put a lot of support weapons here in cover. I mean, the red side has the same opportunity, but there's a lot less green cover to work with. It's a lot easier. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only difference. I mean, this side has more cover here in this green woods than this side. I guess it doesn't actually. Now that I look at it, I guess it really doesn't. The main difference is getting into that town at the beginning. Baltimore taking a lot of hits from that 37 mil. Probably will go down. I mean, it's an unvetted flak though, so that's a big deal, and it did change target, so it will survive. Ooh, Commandosi go down in the half track. Bombing goes out. There was nothing there. I missed what the other bombing went for even. Oh, there is still an SPW alive. Oof. And now a huge push back here from Mr. Ghosty to get back in here. He's a huge ticket league right now from that early A phase disaster for Stardic. Do see a 75 mil RD piece, but he's aiming it on the other side of the map, so kind of odd. I mean, he could have called it in here and been in a great position for that. Like, even with the radar, it's not going to do that great. Gerlich finding the Sherman. Oh, no. These are just so good with their exceptional stealth. They can basically walk up to a tank. Sherman actually surviving with the help of the RD piece. Oh, they get a shooter knockout. Oof. What a crit at the last second. And now the Gerlich gonna get another chance. Oh, no. It's super stressed, though. Sherman back online. And it will stop the Gerlich from killing it. But there are 12 Gerlichs to deal with. That's gonna be rough. Assault gun does finish off the MG42, so nice kill there. Stardic reestablishing himself in the center. Tiger finding the assault gun here. Now the Tiger's cut off this reinforcement route. Going to be really tough to get back in there. 17-pounder here could do it. Kill off that Tiger on the edge here. But Stardic focusing on the north where his defenses are crumbling now. Morrow has no chance there. Yep, down the Morrow goes. Sherman in a nice little position here. Although Panzerschreck could probably sneak up successfully. Morrow Bren coming in. There's a 17-pounder on the hill. Exactly what I just mentioned. Another Gerlich moving in. Or is this the same one? I think it's actually the same one. Obicha going for it. The Parachatudisti. I thought this thing fired faster, honestly. So, infantry in, 17-pounder now in position to try to take out that Tiger, and the M42 misses its first shot. He needs this 17-pounder to be laser beam accurate. Gets a crew kill. That'll do it. That'll do it, donkey. That'll do. Just full of quotes today. 17-pounder in position. Tiger is spotted up. This is pretty close. Sub 1,500 meters. Misses its first shot. Tiger has not spotted it, though, yet. Gonna get another side shot. Bounces? Really? And now the Tiger gets away. Oh, man. Did Stardic, like, punch a little girl or something in the face? Because his luck has just been horrendous. In both games. And yes, I am noticing. He did get some luck here. The Sherman surviving was definitely very lucky. But now the Fulshmaker Pioneer on this 17-pounder. So now the Tiger will be very safe. Stardic doesn't notice. He does get out in time. We see the 172. This is a nice, big, chunky arty piece. The 17-pounder under pressure, or going to be momentarily. Stardic did recapture this. Really nice clearing this out. Double Obiche now. He's bombing his own unit. Not sure if he noticed that. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's hard to watch. There. Okay, okay, he fixed it. Baltimore does get in, gets his bombs off. It is smoking. Might go down. The help of the 20 mil just being just enough. Wow. Actually gets out. That's incredible. Guastatori Para is winning their fight here in the woods. Our DT do beat out the Parachute 2DC with the help of the RD. Sherman 3 also supporting. But it's 14-10 for Mr. Ghosty here. Capturing this easy flag here at the beginning. I mean, what Stardic really needs to do is take these two RD pieces and bomb this little town area to capture this flag back. I realize his RD has a lot of demands right now, but right now they're not firing. They could be firing at this. We see a commander coming in. Wow, that's a ballsy call-in. I mean, it is important to get the maximum value out of your units when they're as inefficient as CILs, but that's a lot of points. And he keeps flying Baltimore's right into the jaws of this AA defense. Mauro Bren versus Guastatori Para. Guastatori Para should win with their frag grenade. And Stardic does not fall back soon enough. And down they go. 3 Fulshmaker Pioneers will overwhelm the Guastatori Para. Unless they're right next to each other, they're not. So. Double Alciona coming in. Big 800 kilogram bombs with some more hundreds as well. And they just wipe the hill here. But a Spitfire in. It's going to get on the back of that Alciona. It should take him down. The Spitfire is a nice loadout. And down it goes. Wow, they have like no ammo. Yeah, they really don't carry much ammo, do they? Huh. That's a nice kill, but there is a crap ton of stuff coming in. Oof. Obicha is going for a big southern hit again. See, but this is where Ghosty has tons of stuff. Like, just hit this. Do this. This would take 2 bursts of fire. And you have a whole flag back. And he could just keep hitting this stuff. 17-pounder tried again from a different angle. He did kill the Tiger. This one did die. Has to be careful with those 17-pounders. He doesn't have many. Sherman did push in, though. And none of these infantry have AT other than the leader here. And it's a grenade, which means he's got to get really close to use it. Spitfire Recon flies in, immediately flies out. The 20 mil did die. He actually, Stardic did recapture this flag. Very nice. He's way down on tickets, though. We're now into C phase. Guastatori Para trying to flex their triple star. Now falling back. Here comes a Sherman, though. That's going to be a brick wall to all this stuff. And triple star Sherman at that. This thing is an absolute beast on treads. Oop, just kidding. There goes the 3-stariness. Playing a little too close to those leaders again. Now we're seeing the bombing coming here to try to hold those flags. Sherman's doing what they do. eating infantry alive. Here comes the Tiger, though, but the Wolverine is here. This could be the Wolverine's time to shine. Gets the penetration. And the double Obiche with the heat shells just to add on the pressure. Wolverine finishes off the Tiger. What a kill. Little unnecessarily aggressive there from Ghosty. We do see some AT-ish infantry coming forward. These guys have a grenade, I believe. Commandosi coming in to help. Yeah, Stardic needs infantry. He's got basically none. So Beecha might do some good damage here, but the infantry actually looping around. The Esplatori have a Panzerfaust, so it'll be pretty good. Infantry guns find the Gerlich out in the open. I'm amazed they spotted that, but I guess there's recon all over the place. Sherman moving. Not sure where he's going with it. Stardic only has 8 minutes left, though, to turn this one around. Ghosty's infantry blobs continuing to try to maneuver around this Sherman. Here comes a whole bunch of Parachaududisi, though, and they all have Panzerfaust, of course. Ghosty, once again, bringing no Panzerschrecks or anything. It's really weird, especially for this map. I mean, like, you're going to want to do stuff at close range, especially kill Shermans against CIL. 172 helps to finish off the Wolverine here. I think the Gerlich really did the job. Salt Gun should be able to finish off that Gerlich. Down it goes, but again, there's 12 of those, so he's not running out anytime soon or ever. Parachaududisi cannot get through the triple machine gun brick wall of Sherman destruction. It's impressive to watch, it really is. But the Para Esplatori looking to sneak in. The Sherman is too close to the edge of this woods. As Ghosty purposely leaving the Parachaududisi here to keep the Sherman pinned in place. There's the Panzerfaust. Sherman 3 goes down. That loss absolutely backbreaking to this defense. Another Sherman is on its way, though. But will it get there in time? Guastatori Para caught out to be eaten alive by the Fulsham Pioneers. As the assault guns have gotten way too close and now can get hit by the machine guns of the infantry. Assault gun over here trying to do its best. One RD piece died to the 172, which is now counter-battering. The other one ran out of ammo long ago and was never reloaded. Again, this is the issue with CIL. Infantry are just so expensive, and if you don't trade amazingly with them, it's really tough. The Crusader AA just not enough to stop this Alcione. It needs... I mean, it does have veterancy, I'll give it that. Big booms. Not really. Didn't do much of anything, actually. Barely even pinned anything. Baltimore's in. Spitfire came in to screen. Bombs? It was a good bombing run. Killed 2 units and hurt the leader. Spitfire barely makes it out. Another Baltimore coming in. Flak 43, still with enough ammo, but it is starting to run a little low. Baltimore gets its bombs off again, though. 20 mil goes down. Parachaududisi goes down to the Commandosi, but this is... Oh my god, there's so much infantry. And the half-track not nearly as impactful as the Sherman was. And the Sherman's not even going to fight in the woods here. As the Giga Blob of infantry pushes forward. The 172 insta-kills the 17-pounder. Oof. Does have radio, I think, though. Yeah, it does with the leader up here. Half-track goes down. Stardic's north is crumbling. His south has very little. He's holding on to flags for dear life. Now there's 2 mortars in. These things are super deadly with their radio. He was going after the Crusader AA, but that is long gone. I mean, a big bombing strike would be beautiful. Obviously, he doesn't know all these infantry are grouped up here. And the problem with CIL on Maverick is you just... I mean, I just feel like you hit C phase and you can barely call infantry in anymore. You can call, like, 2 infantry and a tick. That's horrible. Really should have RD'd this at some point first. The RDD can win this unless something spots them out before they get there. 17 pounder. Do see the Tiger. Let's see if they can get the pen. Well, let's see if they can land the hit first. Gets the penetration. Tiger wisely runs away. Our DTs stop and are standing out in the open. Didn't even go in the building. Not sure I agree with that one. Mr. Ghosty already on it to recapture the flag, and still a double tick now for Mr. Ghosty, recapturing this flag down south as well. 17 pounder tried to kill the Esplatore. Never got on target. A Panther in as well. Yeah, the fact Ghosty feels confident enough to bring in mortars and stuff is not a good sign at all. Crusader AA doing what it does, chopping down infantry. Sherman is really the only thing holding the line over here. Commandosi rush in, try to get at those parachute 2DC. The half track goes down. Pack 40 out of HE cells, but for some reason, I think, no, he is in a building, right? Yeah, he is. Okay. Commandosi should win this easily. Doesn't look like they are, though. Looks like they're struggling a bit. 14-10 again. Sherman back up from the parachute 2DC Panzerfaust. His units crushed down south. He's still sending units and just unloading them like... I mean, where else you can unload them, I guess. Panther now, though, is here. Finds the Obicha on the hill there. Commandosi finally overwhelmed the parachute 2DC. Don't let your opponents have this flag, guys. It's easy to counter it. You drop some arty on it, drop a bomber on it, do something, and then getting back over there. The beginning of the game is the only time you can get here from the blue side. Unless they're dominating the center. Infantry unloaded, but the SPW is pushing forward to bully them. The Sherman's going to try to counter that. Just has to stay out of range of the Panther. Does successfully save those infantry. Oh, but now moves around to fight the Panther. Oh, no. No, it doesn't see the Panther, actually. Now the Panther sees it. Oh, Mr. Ghosty on a move order instead of an attack move order. Big mistake there. Sherman gets a side shot. 17 pounder trying to get on target. Will it get there? Hey-ya! And the Panther goes down. Nice kill there for Stardic. 17 pounder versus the Tiger. Tiger with its extra HE damage takes out the 17 pounder. Oof. And only 15 seconds left here for Stardic. And that's going to be game 2 and the match for Mr. Ghosty. Congratulations to him on winning the Steel Division 2 Kingdom of Steel tournament. Congratulations to him. Let's check out those statistics. 2280 to 2970. Not as big of a gap this time, but yeah, just it's a tough map. It is. Orsha North is tough because usually like both sides trade, and then it's where do you put your resources. It's tough. It is a really tough map actually to play, despite it being like the OG map of the game. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon down below. And if you own a business and you want to explode online, make sure to check out Race Designs. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.